It's about almost 2 o'clock. I didn't prep every meal today, so I'm trying to catch up and both continue to eat as I should, and then prepare my meals for tomorrow, and then also wanted to get my meal for Saturday ready. Now tomorrow is a partial day for me. I have to work a little bit in the morning, off the rest of the day, waiting for my daughter to get home from school tomorrow, which is around 3:30, and then after that I'm leaving. So I have a couple of hours maximum of free time, but trying to get as much as I can done at the moment. Actually, by the way, I'm eating a really good thing of fried rice from Trader Joe's. It's trying to get enough carbs in today, which is about 200 grams of carbs, 180 grams of protein, and tomorrow carbs go down a little bit more and protein goes up. So I'm trying to get my meals done today and have that ready for tomorrow and Saturday. On Saturday, to show you, I'm actually sorry about that, having some filet mignon in the morning. This is gonna be at 4:30 in the morning, in addition to some baked sweet potatoes, which I got to cook, and some actually I don't remember what else I'm having. Maybe a couple rice cakes and sweet potatoes and a little bit of fat and protein. And then after that, that's 4:30, and then 6:30 have another meal, 8:30 another meal, 10 o'clock have something small, and then right before I get on stage at 10:30, so like 5 minutes before, I'll have like some small pieces of candy, some chocolate candy. So that's where I'm at. I have my posing coach at 3, so got to leave it at 2:30 maximum. It's a 10 to 2 now. Gonna cook some chicken, have plenty of rice, and then go from there. So we'll see how things go. But talk to you soon. Here you go. So a little bit less than a pound chicken, and then there's 6 ounces of a filet mignon. Saturday morning, I'm just gonna have about 2.5. So I got to measure that out actually, just to be safe. But generally speaking, when you cook chicken or beef and then you cook it and you weigh it after it's cooked, rule of thumb is to take 70% of what you need. So for example, if you want to eat 4 ounces of chicken that's cooked, you weigh it to get to 70% of 4, which is about 2.8. And on the scale, that's roughly 2 7/8. So in advance though, I'll actually just measure it out now and split it to keep it simple. I just put pepper and rosemary on there and sprayed both this and the pieces of meat with some avocado oil. And this thing is good, and I have tin foil underneath, because normally I would just bake this on like a baking sheet, but all the juices and stuff kind of stay inside, which normally is fine. I'm trying to minimize the amount of water that's retained in the food. And this will allow it, like a grill would, it would just melt off and seep underneath, and this would be a lot drier, which is for now cool. So anyway, so I'll check in soon, but just wanted to give info on that. Thanks. So I pulled them out after about 10 or 12 minutes. Then I will turn them over and sprinkle some more pepper on there, throw it in for another 5 or 8 minutes. Should be good to go. Looking good, smelling great. All right, so finished cooking the chicken and the beef. Had to kind of hurry at the end. The beef may need a little bit of heating further, but I didn't have time. I got about a half-hour ride and got to get there by 3. So it's a little after 2:25, so I'm still on time. Still a little annoyed because I really wanted to get by this time the in-body scan, but they never called me back, and it seemed like some confusion about using the service from some new person working the front desk. I don't know. So in terms of things, I'm a bit behind, I feel like, and sorry, there's a school bus with their lights on. A little bit behind, and I really want to get the in-body scan done. Glad I got the food prep out of the way because I got rice ready to go, so I'm pretty much good to go with the beef for Saturday, the meals for the rest of today, and for most of tomorrow. What's left is I have to shave tonight. My wife's got to help shave my back a little personal, I know, but it is what it is. Got to exfoliate. And then I probably want to like pack my stuff up and just kind of have it ready to go. I don't want to scurry tomorrow, but I do have some time tomorrow anyway. So next stop will be my posing. I'm looking to get a bit of either picture or video from that. And posing coach I've been using for the last 2 months or so is a woman named Patrice. She is a IFBB, she works as a judge for the NPC. She's really good, highly recommended from people at the gym, and she and another woman, I believe, run their own company and do this as like a job, right? So she's I think a personal trainer. She's in phenomenal shape. She's in her 50s, I think. Yeah, I think so. And really knows what she's doing. Helped me out a lot. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. At times, I still think I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, so that's it, guys. Check in soon. All right, last posing session in the books. Went very well. Had to make a few last-minute adjustments, but my coach Patrice said I did really well, and I feel like I did well. So, last posing session done. A little bit of practice today, tomorrow, and Saturday morning, but feeling amazing. I'm ready. Last mile stretch. So, to the next task. All right, just prepared my last meal, and I'm pretty psyched because I virtually hit my macros on point. Today's target was 200 grams of carbs, 180 grams of protein, 50 grams of fat, which is round about 1,900 calories, 2,000 calories, and I hit that virtually perfect. Maybe 1 or 2 grams over on protein, which never is a bad thing. And the meal that got me there was very scientific. 23 grams of peanut butter to get some fats, 4.9 ounces of baked chicken, and 120 grams of mostly brown rice, a little bit of white rice or basmati rice as I ran out and had that left over. So that's what's going to get me there. It's 5:15. That's my last meal for today. I'm a little stressed because I didn't get everything I wanted to get done today. I wanted to do an in-body scan, wasn't done. I needed to get, or think I need to get, a large pair of oversized sweatpants to protect my tan. I think I could probably find something. Gotta check. I did prepare some of the meats for my meals on Saturday, but I do need to make some pancakes and a few other things, so I got to do that. I'm going to my in-laws now to celebrate my brother-in-law's or my sister-in-law's husband's birthday. And then at 9:30 p.m., I am part of a dance routine at my young daughter's dance school. It's called Dancing Dad. So I got dance practice tonight at 9:30. So and also I got to get my back shaved for my wife. So fair to say I got a lot of stuff left over for tomorrow morning. I kind of shuffled my work day around to open up the window in the morning, so I will have time to do that. Don't want to be stressed, don't want to be tense the day before, but I'll figure it out. And this will be, I think, my last check-in video for today. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will check back in tomorrow with the T-1 before show day. Bye. All right, so it's 12:30 in the morning,
was really nervous because I'm getting a spray tan tomorrow, and they said not to shave any closer than 8 hours before your tan, and I was nervous I was going to get nicks and cuts, so I shaved my chest, my arms. Earlier my wife shaved my back, so now I'm fully shaved, smooth as a baby's butt. And the back, the bottom half of my legs I'm going to do tomorrow with like an electric razor, kind of taking it down to a stubble. There's no way I'm shaving my legs. Yeah, I'm feeling good. It's night, day before now. Still feeling really lean and peeled, and muscles are feeling full. So all good. Really excited. I had my dancing dance practice today. Dance is coming along well. That's it. So tomorrow's a busy morning. Got a food prep. Finish shaving or trimming my leg hair. Can't believe I'm saying that. And pack. Do some odds and end things around the house. And then I'm going to head out around 3:30. I got my Polygraph Test tomorrow at 5:50 and my spray tan at 7:15 p.m. So, got a busy day, but looking forward to it. All right, man. Good night. See you tomorrow.
Good morning. T-minus 1 day. The morning time on Friday, the 19th, and getting some meal prep done. I am finished my first meal, had a good bowl of oatmeal with some peanut butter powder and some baked chicken, vitamins, creatine, some remaining asparagus, and now I've got in the oven, I'm cooking up some sweet potatoes, some chicken, and heating up the beef from yesterday because it didn't cook fully and I was in a rush and had to take it out. My goal today is to have 150 grams of carbs, so I'll bring the carbs down a bit since I front loaded it in the beginning of the week. A little higher normal than protein, about 215, 50 grams of fat, which is still the same. Water intake is going to be a little less than normal, but not much, probably between half a gallon to 3/4. Normally I'm at a gallon of water a day. And I have to prep all the remaining 3 meals for today, and then my meals for tomorrow. So for today, it's just going to be pretty basic: chicken and rice for the next meal, and then after that, chicken and sweet potatoes. And tomorrow morning is going to be some beef, pancakes and rice cakes, and then after that, it's like a protein bar, rice cakes, and peanut butter, jelly, or honey, and that sort of thing. So got a bit to do still, but making progress, and check in soon. All right, meal prep for today and tomorrow is just done. Felt like it took forever. Quick rundown. It is around 11 o'clock, and be having this meal within the next 10 or 15 minutes. It's just white rice and baked chicken. Around 3 o'clock, before I leave, I'm going to have baked chicken, rice, and some sweet potatoes I baked in the oven. And then sometime later today, probably around 6-ish or so, my last meal will be rice, baked chicken, sweet potatoes, and some filet mignon, which I had left over for a meal I'm cooking tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, show day, 4:30 a.m. I'm going to wake up and have about a half a cup of whole wheat pancake mix, so pancakes I made, and about 3 ounces of filet mignon. Then that's 4:30. At 6:30, I'm going to have a pretty large protein bar, almost 3 ounces. This has got 40 grams of carbs, 350 calories, about 20 grams of protein. And then at 8:30, I'm going to have 2 rice cakes. In the middle of that is some honey and some pink Himalayan salt, which actually I put salt in most of this stuff anyway to keep my blood pressure high and the vascularity looking good. So it's rice cakes, sweet potatoes, and a little bit of chicken at 8:30. And that's it, meaning like decent meals. And then that's at 8:30. At 10 o'clock, I'm going to have these 2 rice cakes with honey and salt. And then 5 minutes before I go on, I'm gonna see how I feel, and if I need it, I'll have handy some small pieces of chocolate like Milky Way or Snickers. I don't remember what they are, but small pieces of chocolate for a little burst of energy. So we're all set here. We're gonna package this up, put it in the fridge, then tend to a few other things. I'm getting on the road, just getting started, and got to deal with some lousy bumper-to-bumper traffic. Not the best way to start the commute. That's about an hour-ish long, but Google Maps says this only lasts a little bit. So let's hope Google Maps is right. But anyway, on the road and happy to get started. It's a little after 4. I should be arriving a little bit before 5. And my polygraph test is at 5:52. So still doing fine with time, and then my tanning is at 7:15. All right, it opened up nice, and we are kind of on track now. Just wanted to quickly check in terms of some things on my mind. I'm really excited and fixed with so many emotions right now. Just heading down here, it's a great feeling, and I think a lot about just the fact that I never had this intention. I never had this goal in mind to do a competition. This goal was born out of trying to set my expectations, my goals a little bit higher than they already were. And I think this is like a huge lesson in terms of what I've learned in life and how this experience is similar to life, which is the fact that I came to a point where I wasn't happy where I was. In this case, it was with my health and with my body. I didn't like what I saw in the mirror, and if you know my story, you know that all that trauma started when my young 3-year-old daughter, at the time 3 years old, saw me without a shirt on, and she said, "You have a fat belly or a big belly," just like that, nonchalant. And anyone who knows kids are always honest. So I took that as a point of like, wow, within 5 minutes, all these thoughts ran through my mind. Like, what is my daughter gonna see when she sees me 10 years from then? I have to set my sail in a different way, in a better way. And I didn't look back since. So, my goal at the time was to just get better habits, eat better. Eating better happened. Then after that, I'm like, okay, how do I get healthier in addition to eating healthier? Let's go to the gym. Okay, go to the gym a couple times a week. Maybe that didn't always be the best workouts, but I was there and I showed up. I put a plan in and I showed up. And then a couple days a week turned into more days a week. Then after being there consistent, I'm like, let me make sure I'm really doing the most effective things when I'm here, the most effective routine. If I'm going to take time out of my day and away from my family to be here, I want to get the whole experience as effective as possible. So then I started to study working out and how the body handles working out and the best ways to work out. And then the rest is kind of history. I just kept that on cruise control for years. Eating healthy, exercising daily for years. That's probably over 3,000 hours of prepping my meals. Over 1,200 easily visits to the gym. Times probably an average, probably more than that sometimes, definitely, of 90 minutes every session in the gym. And then I got to a point, what was it, like 22 weeks ago, where I'm like, what's next? I look great, but I think I could do something more. And then it's where a competition came in. Very hard experience, and I'm really looking forward to it. But I think that applies to anything in life. If you've got a real conviction of something and you have a I can do this at all cost attitude, like, you can do it. Maybe you don't need a roadmap. Maybe you don't need all the answers. Just keep stepping forward. Keep walking forward, figure it out, show up, be accountable. Don't blame anyone else for where you are or where you aren't. And that's where I'm at right now. So here I am, driving down to do a physique competition, totally excited. Don't know what's gonna happen next, meaning after tomorrow, would I be interested in doing another one? I don't know, but one step at a time. So that's what I basically wanted to share. Check in with you guys soon. Thanks. Look at the traffic on the other side. Complete standstill. About less than a quarter of a mile, I passed a guy on the road, stopped by with the traffic stopped by cops with a blower, and there must have been a ton of hay that fell off of a truck and was spread all over the road. So now every single person here is stuck for God knows how long to wait for the blowing and clearing of the road to stop, and then the time it takes for the traffic to funnel through. Dude, if this was on my side, I would be royally pissed right now. So, sucks for them. Just arrived at the hotel a little after 5 p.m. Ride wasn't that bad. A little bit of pockets of traffic here and there, but not bad. At a Courtyard Marriott, not bad. Standard room, bed, couch, little coffee thing over there. As I said, it's after 5, so schedule right now is I have to take a polygraph test. That's one thing the association uses to try to filter out people who have done performance enhancing drugs. So you have a polygraph test. I don't know what they're going to ask in terms of like the level of questioning, but I found myself thinking about movies where like people are innocent and for whatever reason like things happen and then they think they're guilty. Like, so I'm going through like the what ifs, what if this and that. But I'm sure I'll be fine. So I have a polygraph test at 5:52, and then at 7:15 I have a tanning appointment, and that's it. So gonna keep checking in, trying to chronicle this visit as much as I can, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, appointment time for the polygraph. Let's see how this goes. I just got back to my room. I passed the lie detector test as expected, but the first time I took it, it said inconclusive. The guy's like, this happens, don't worry, but it's not a pass and it's not a fail. We have to do it again. So now I'm thinking, like, of all these crazy scenarios, like how ironic would this be? It's like I chose this association because they're the only association I saw that does a lie detector test. And how funny would that be if the guy who doesn't do anything somehow fails the test? And the questions were things like, you know, the key question was, in the last 7 years, have you taken anything that's listed as a controlled substance by the association? That's the key question. Leading up to that, they ask you all these other questions to kind of establish a baseline of your heart rate and so on, such as, are you the kind of person to betray a friend? Are you have you ever stolen anything and never got away with it? Have you got convicted of a crime? Have you done something that you should have got convicted of, but you didn't? Like all these crazy questions. And like, I'm trying my best to like, you know, you got something around your chest. I've got these things on my fingers. I'm sitting on something that can detect if I'm like fidgety. So it's like intimidating. I've never taken a lie detector test before. And when he finished, like it took him like 20, 30 seconds before saying something. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then he looks at me, he's like, listen, we got to do it again, this and that. And now I'm like, oh my God. So I took a deep breath, cleared my head, took it the second time. He's like, all right, this is much better. You seem like you're more relaxed. So anyway, all good. It's now 10 after 6. I'm going to eat my next meal and final meal for today soon. And then at 7:15, so in about an hour, I've got a spray tan. So that's going to be great. I'm going to be dark as hell from the neck down. And we'll see how that comes out. So heading down to the spray tan, they said for after your spray tan, wear very loose clothes, whatever you're going to sleep in, and a button, an ideal shirt is one that can button open. And this is what I went with. I mean, I feel like a cross between a poor Bruce Lee and maybe a Hugh Hefner wannabe. It's quite comfortable, I have to say. I'm loving the white trim, but I had to capture this. I mean, I'm going out to get my tan, so let's see how it goes. It's now 10 after 7. Had my last meal of the day. Had some tea, sipping on some coffee, and I'm going to get a spray tan. 7:15 is my appointment. So I'm going to be dark as hell from my chin down in just about 10 minutes. Check in soon. All right, 10:15, wrapping it up, just brushed my teeth. I'm gonna be heading to sleep. Plan is to get up around 4:30, maybe 4:20, have my first meal at 4:30. That's gonna be black cup of coffee and some pancakes and filet mignon, some protein and some fats. Next meal is gonna be at 6:30, followed by 8:30, 10 o'clock, and 5 minutes before showtime. So let's see. I'll chronicle the day, but looking forward to it. Feeling good. Tan looks on point, and really excited. So talk to you later. Good night. Hey, good morning. It's show day. Psyched. It's 4:40 a.m. My goal for now is to weigh myself, do a final weigh-in, weigh myself for every day for like 6 years. Started at 215-ish, 218, easily over 22% body fat, and my goal weight was unknown when I started, but now with the competition, I thought I could hit around 170. So let's see. The last 10 pounds were incredibly hard. It's like squeezing toothpaste out of an almost empty tube of toothpaste. It took a lot of effort. So I'm gonna weigh myself. I'm gonna check out the physique. I'm gonna have my first meal, which is some pancakes and filet mignon. I'm gonna sip about 8 ounces of water over the next 2 hours, and have my next meal at 6:30. So let's see how we're doing. So the color of my pee, as crazy as it sounds, looked good, and that's important because you can judge the dehydration or not of your body by the color of your pee. You want it to be clear or very pale yellow. If it's deep orange or something, then you know your body's fighting dehydration. But it looked good. So let's take a look at the scale now and see what we're weighing in at. All right, let's see what we're at. Yesterday I was 172.4. Nice, 172.2. So that's honestly not bad. About 2 pounds. 2 pounds off of my goal weight. It's amazing. I lost about 10 pounds for this cut, for this competition, and didn't know just how far. I can't even tell you. 172. I mean, I don't know when the last time it was 172. Honest. So really happy about that. So now the goal is to really just watch myself. Take it easy. I'm gonna have a meal, and then I'm gonna do like a 10-minute pump type workout just to get the blood flowing, and with the goal of having my muscles try to suck in whatever carbs it's taking in my meal, and do that on a repetitive basis. I'm not depleting myself of water. For now, I'm going to drink decent water, which is, like I said, 8 ounces. I'm going to sip 8 ounces over 2 hours. It won't have my body spill over and have, I want to keep everything nice and tight, nice and lean. Let's take a look at what the physique looks like at 4:30 in the morning, which is like basically dry of any food, water, and so on for a number of hours. So as you can see, I'm like definitely dry. Need to fill out a bit, which is what the food and carbs are going to do. But definitely feeling nice and tight. Got the striations on the sides there with the obliques. That's all looking good. Yeah, not bad. I'll gonna get another spray tan in the morning. I'm sorry, at 9 o'clock-ish. Here's the back. Kind of hard to do this with the phone and holding it, I mean.
All right, so that's that. This is now starts. So, you know, somebody said, look, like, unless you really F up, like you're either ready or you're not. Kind of hard to really screw things up. But nevertheless, there's fine tuning, and those fine tuning could go a long way. So my plan right now, as I said, have a meal. I'm gonna have my vitamins, which is some vitamin D3, a pill of krill oil, standard men's multivitamin, 1 a day, probiotic to try to keep the gut healthy. I'm gonna have my usual 5 milligrams of daily creatine monohydrate, and then we'll also have, as part of my water, an effervescent of vitamin C. All right. Okay, here's meal 1. Some smelling delicious pancakes. I know they don't look like pancakes, but it's a wheat pancake. It's that color because I use a lot of cinnamon and nutmeg. It smells amazing. Some lean filet mignon, 3 ounces, only about 6-7 grams of fat. I am going to pour and have a cup of black coffee, caffeine and so on, can kind of get my metabolism going. And then I'll do that, have my vitamins, have my creatine, sip that water, and give it a little time to digest. And then I'm going to do a little bit of a band workout, small pump, to again try to get my body to suck in the nutrients it just had, my muscle, I mean. Something I forgot to mention, that obviously is water, right? So this will count as part of my water intake. I'm trying to maximize what I do with the water I drink. So I'm actually going to weigh that water and then add more to get to 8 ounces. I'm going to add the creatine, this into the creatine, and so on. I can't just have it all because it's going to be too much water. So again, I'm going to pour that into a cup that has the creatine and weigh it. Whatever balance I have from 8 ounces, I'll add, and then that'll be my current drink. And probably the next meal I have with the next set of water will have the vitamin C in it. And all week I've been drinking distilled water instead of just regular tap water, as the distilled water is free of a lot of contaminants and so on. Whether or not like the body saw or sees a big difference in that, you know, maybe it does. I don't know. I know it's not healthy to only and always drink distilled water, but that's one thing I modified. Thought it was worth mentioning. And yeah, this meal tastes so good. I'm such a fan of cinnamon and nutmeg with breakfast foods. It really reminds me of a kid, and it just tastes amazing. So I'm gonna eat this. Finished pouring out 8 ounces. Actually, it was 8 1/4, but it's not a big deal. And then sip that for the next 2 hours. Do a 10-minute pump exercise with bands, which maybe I'll show a little bit of. And then we're gonna rest a little bit, listen to some nice music, and sip the rest of the water. All right, it's now 6:42. Headphones are because I was just relaxing on the bed, listening to some nature music, trying to clear my head and relax. Meal number 2 is almost a 3-ounce protein bar. It's nothing fancy. It's actually made by Gatorade. 350 calories, almost 40 grams of carbs, or about 20 grams of protein, decent amount of sodium. So try to get the body some energy. On top of that, I have a simple sugar, dried mango. Gonna continue to sip some water, maybe 10 or 15 minutes after eating this. I'll do another pump exercise with the bands. I'll take a video of that to show you how I'm working that. and then that'll take me to about 6:50ish. Well, I'll eat, and then maybe after working out, take me about, it's closer to 7. My next meal is going to be at 8:30. 8:30 is another prepared meal, just some basic, I think, chicken and rice, don't remember. And I'll check in then, give you an update. When I do the band workout, I'll record that and talk a little bit about the bands I have. All right, check in soon. So after having my meal and giving about 10 or 15 minutes for the food to start getting digested, I'm going to do another 10-minute pump workout, and I wanted to quickly show what I'm doing there. I got these really good bands that fit like inside the door, which you could use as like an anchor instead of having to put the bands under your feet and kind of pull them up. They go through the door, so I wanted to quickly show you that. So this is the bands right here, and it comes with several parts. This is an anchor you can put, and the cool thing is you can put it in at any height you want along the doorway. And the way it works is you open the door, and on the other side is this thing that prevents it from getting pulled back through the door. And it has just a loop, and you've got these clips, and you basically have these different bands which have different resistant weights. And I've stacked a couple together. What's this? I think this on the other side. This is 50, I think this one's 40. Anyway, and then they have the handles. So you basically can do a bunch of different exercises by pulling it towards you, and I'll show you that now. So I just want to show again the bands here. It's like with a level of resistance, you know, you could do a bunch of things. Standing rows of different heights. You could do tricep extensions over the head. You could do seated rows with an incline upward. And then if I put it on the bottom side of the door, I could use it for curls, I could use it for cable crossover type movements. So this will be what I do in addition to push-ups and so on to get like a 10-minute pump in. All right, last full meal. It's about 8:30, and the meal is 2 rice cakes, and wedged in there is some honey and pink Himalayan salt, sweet potatoes, and a little bit of chicken. That's it. Next on deck is after this, I'm gonna pack up and head over. 9 o'clock, I'm gonna get a re-tan. 9:30, there's like a mandatory check-in for 10 minutes to go over things. 10 o'clock, I'll have another 2 rice cakes with honey and salt, a little bit of peanut butter. I'll get glazed to shine me up about 5 or 10 minutes before I go on stage at 10:30. And about 5 minutes after I go out, I'm gonna pop a few pieces of like small squares of Milky Way, or I think I have a Reese's peanut butter cup, just to get a last jolt of energy. In terms of water, I'm gonna be sipping some electrolytes. I'm gonna drink, 8 ounces of an electrolyte drink after the meal, and then after that is done, I'm only going to sip water between now and 10:30. So we'll see how we do. All right, that's it in the hotel. It's 8:40 a.m. I am going to check out. I'm going to head up to the venue and get checked in, see what's going on. As I said, I have a 9 o'clock. I have got to get touched up with the tan. Overall, it looks good. I have on my inner thigh some like wearing of the tan, but that's fortunately going to be covered by my board shorts, so not a big deal. But yeah, check in soon. And we are off. Seems to be only about 5 or 6 minutes away, which is good. Just like one main road here. It's a little wet out. I mean, luckily it's like a mist. Some water kind of fell from the car door onto my hand and effed up some of the spray tan. So I have to be careful getting into that. But other than that, so far so good. that's it. This is the last video of the series, and I can't believe how orange I look on my face. Oh man, I got a shower. But how did I do? I'm very proud of how I did. So I competed in 3 different divisions. One was ages of men in their 40s. Second was novice, so people doing it for the first time. And third was open, basically open to everyone. I got first place and won as the Masters champion for men in the 40s, and that got me actually a pro card. So I'm now a professional in the OCB for the Masters division, and I got second place in novice and then second place in open. So my first time, completely unexpected, completely happy. I definitely saw a few critiques in my posing from pictures from my wife that I think maybe helped push me out of first place, which is one of my side poses, not giving enough frontal view. But look, I'm not going to critique things. This is my first time doing it. I'm so proud of doing it, and I'm even prouder and more excited about winning and then getting a pro card. So what's next is to be confirmed, but this wraps up my series of my first physique competition. I will look to continue pumping out content in regards to just my fitness and working out, and my learnings through this whole exercise and experience was just amazing. So maybe I could help and inspire others to do the same. So until next time, guys, talk to you soon. Bye. May 21, day after the competition. Just wanted to quickly check in. Got my dog Murphy up there. Murphy is a English cream golden retriever. It's about 9 months old. This right here is Bailey. Bailey is a 13-year-old multi-poo. Pretty much been 9 pounds her entire life. Wanted to check in because yeah, I'm like really interesting headspace right now. Day after the tournament, got home, and all day yesterday, all day today, huge outpouring of support from social media, where I posted pictures and my story, did a live YouTube video for about 8 minutes when I was prepping the night before, just sharing some thoughts. And actually, look at this, I'm quite proud of that. That's a pondless waterfall, which I built myself. Was a lot harder than I thought. And then this like retaining wall here doesn't look too hard, right? But amazing how difficult this was. It's like Tetris, trying to get it sturdy where you can stand on it and not go anywhere. Anyway, I digress. And now here I am. You know, I had a huge meal yesterday. I mean, enormous sushi dinner. Was delish. I told everyone, do not throw anything out. If you're done, leave it there. I'll take a look and see if I'm interested. Ate a ton. Had a glass of whiskey, which was delish. Today, didn't prep any food, didn't really care about that. My tan subsided a little bit, but I'm still the tannest person in my house and probably on my block. My daughter had a birthday party today, which is a pool party, so a little interesting being there and really still glowing with my bronze tanner. Really enjoyed, not like crap, but I ate some Tostito chips, some pita chips, enjoyed a bunch of dip. But it's like salsa, garbanzo bean type thing. There was like an eggplant dip, which was delicious, and then they had a bunch of subs, which were grilled cheese, grilled chicken, cheese, roasted red peppers. Didn't eat the bread, but had a lot of that. Yeah, so like the thing is like I'm trying to find a balance, you know, because now that I got my pro card for Masters over 40, like I feel like I want to continue this, but what's the balance? And the balance isn't
it's not like weighing my food every day, so I guess I'll like eyeball my food and use the scale to see how I'm trending, but I'm still like uncomfortable with that. I look at pictures from yesterday and it's like I'm so like amazed on how my body has changed, and I don't want to lose that. But I know the suffering and sacrifice it caused me to get like that, and now that I got like that, to stay like that requires the same amount of struggle, sacrifice, and pain. And I feel like at some point you got to give yourself a break. And I think mentally, physically, it may not be, certainly can't be healthy. You can't be stage ready all year. So you got to find comfort in not worrying that it's like that, not thinking it's important. And that's where I'm at right now. And that's why I wanted to check in, because I'm in an interesting point mentally where this is a lot like weighing on me today. And you work so hard to get something and you just don't want to lose it. But you know, if you stay the course, like you may crack, and you don't want that to happen. So we'll see how things go. I'll continue to gauge my food. Like for now, I did actually measure and track my food intake for tomorrow's first meal, because I'm still going to be at the gym at 5 a.m. tomorrow. Still going to meal prep the first meal or two, because I need a good meal to get to the gym, and I need a good meal to recover from the gym. And then like everything after that is kind of like on demand. Where before I would measure, you know that, right? I would measure and track every meal, and I would have it ready to go the night before. So right now, I think my balance is I'm just going to have my breakfast, first meal, and my second meal ready to go, and then plan it as I go from there. Still trying to keep within a range of maintenance, of weight maintenance, like 2,200, 2,300 calories a day. See how that goes. 200 grams of protein, still non-negotiable. Carbs, I'm going to pump up to like almost 200, maybe 175, and then fats around 60, 65. Still a decent caloric intake a day where I'm not, you know, in a cut mode. But we'll see. So anyway, guys, that's really what I wanted to check in and say, because this info, this mindset was weighing on me today, and while it was fresh in my mind, I wanted to capture it. Otherwise, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling blessed. I'm still like living on cloud 9 from yesterday's experience, and that's about it.